Hello Internet, my name is Mr. Anderson and this is Bazzle Spot Live. So first of all, congratulations to Jamie Boyd who won the South London Mid-Season Showdown using, I guess, a variation of my team. We have been talking about his team quite a lot and, it did stem from this, so, it was interesting to see, his take on it. But also, some of you have been commenting on my video saying that I should start a Patreon thing. Where you give me money and stuff. So, I don't really know what to think about that. Obviously on one side, I'd be silly to say no, I guess. But on the other side, I'm fully aware that it would, almost make me like a parody of the thing that I was sort of poking at in my April rules video. So, I'll make a comment in this video that says, Patreon, yay or nay, and put your honest comments on that comment, and we'll see what we get, I suppose, and we'll see. I don't know, but okay, so someone from Sweden with a higher rating, which would be nice to steal some points from, but this is a very hard Trick Room team, and he does have Mimikyu, which I'm fully aware is a big problem for this team. So we can't stop him get Trick Room up here. Yeah, this is a problem, actually. Mimikyu, I mean, obviously I have got a lot of things weak to Ghost now. And if it is faster, or even not, and he gets Trick Room off and he taunts my Smeargle, then that puts an end to that. He's only got 2 Trick Room setters. He's got a Fake Out as well. So what can we do against these hard Trick Room teams? Again, maybe I'm going to be regretting not having Raw on Arcanine. I mean, I can obviously still change the team, can't I? I mean, I can put Raw on Arcanine in the future if I want to, but I don't know. It's just an interesting observation. I think Smeargle Xurkitree, I suppose, is safe, but I don't know. Like, I'm thinking Trevenant's all right here too, outside of him getting Trick Room up and getting his Torkoal in. So, not really too sure. I think I will go with Smeargle, and I will go with Xurkitree here, just because it's nice to get some boosts. Arcanine, I think, is sort of required. I will take Trevenant as well, but I'm not. I mean, I'll probably say this at the beginning of like half my games. I'm not feeling too confident about this one. I don't know. Like, I'm confident with the team, but I don't know. I suppose there's things that... I mean, there's always things that can be tweaked. So, expecting maybe Hariyama and Mimikyu. That is what I'm expecting. It's actually Mimikyu and Porygon2. So, 2 Trick Room setters. This might indicate that actually his Mimikyu is faster and has got Taunt. Because maybe he doesn't want to lead with Hariyama, because I've got potentially Tapu Lele. So maybe a faster Mimikyu with Taunt is really his only way of stopping this. So that's what I'm expecting. That's what I'm fearing. So, I mean, obviously I could go for a Fake Out into the Porygon. But what really would we get from that? Because if we Fake Out and his Mimikyu is slower, then we would have wasted the Spore opportunity. So I am going to go for a Spore into the... I'm actually going to go for it into the Mimikyu. And I'm going to go for a Tail Glow here. So we'll see if it is Taunt. Yeah, so I should have gone for a Fake Out there into the Porygon2. So, yeah, I mean, I talked myself out of that. I mean, my own thinking, the only reason why he would lead like this was for a faster Taunt, and that's exactly what he did. So, yeah, bad move by my end there to allow him to get Trick Room up. Although, I suppose this does mean that he is in Trick Room now, and he is using his Trick Room turns already, so he needs to get his momentum going right now. Whereas, if I had gone for a Fake Out, he would be able to Trick Room the next turn, and he might have been able to take advantage a bit more, but I don't really know. I mean, he can really just swap into... I mean, sure, he just swap into Torkoal, really. So I'm going to swap Smeargle into Arcanine. And Xurkitree, I'm just going to Thunderbolt into the Mimikyu. If it swaps into Torkoal, then fantastic, but if it doesn't, I'm still breaking the disguise, I guess. So we'll see. Intimidate onto the Mimikyu if he does stay in, and goes for like a never-ending nightmare. So he does withdraw the Mimikyu. Is his Torkoal coming in? It's Mudsdale coming. Okay, so even worse. And then Ice Beam into the Xurkitree. All right then. So, well, that didn't go to plan, did it? So I suppose now I'll bring Smeargle back in. I mean, Trevenant is okay here. Yeah, I'm going to bring Xurkitree into Trevenant. Yeah, Arcanine. Where am I? Arcanine into Smeargle. Arcanine, yep, into Smeargle. And Xurkitree into Trevenant. Trevenant might be taking an Ice Beam, but I don't know. Would you not just sort of go for a try attack or whatever into the Arcanine? Because a high horsepower or whatever would knock out the Xurkitree from where it is. But actually, he does bring in the Torkoal here. So now he brings in the Torkoal. Now he's got his Trick Room up. He's got his full Trick Room mode going on. And I mean, it's not looking too. I mean, obviously, it's looking really bad for us right now. But I mean, I'm thinking it's not too bad really, because frisking. Oh, the ground Zed and Torkoal. Because we're getting Smeargle in, and Trevenant is good against everything, really, apart from the Torkoal. And we can just Wide Guard, as long as Smeargle sticks around. But it's probably not going to, is it? So, Fake Out, Forest Curse, too many turns to Trick Room to stall, isn't there? Or is there? No, we've got 2 more turns left, so, okay. So we can go for a Fake Out into the Torkoal now, and we can go for a Zed, a Forest Curse, into the Smeargle, just to make it even weaker to fire attacks on that 1 HP that it's got. And then we can just protect on the last turn of Trick Room, and then get something in. Actually, he protects the Torkoal for whatever reason, maybe to scout out a Wide Guard or something. I don't really know. I mean, I don't really agree with that, because yeah, I don't know why he did that, because, like, really, he should have been. I mean, obviously the Mudsdale's threatened by my Trevenant, but really he should have been knocking out my Smeargle, because that is the thing that's allowing me to traverse his Trick Room, in a way. I can Wide Guard on his Eruptions, I can go for a Follow Me or whatever. I mean, this is the last turn of Trick Room now, so I am, like, in a way, if Smeargle had have gone down, my play this next turn would have been even easier, because I would have known what to do. But now I've got options, and I'm potentially leaning towards being a bit greedy, maybe going for a Wide Guard, expecting an Eruption, but he could have Flamethrower on his Torkoal. He could have Overheat on his Torkoal. So, how likely do you think that is? I mean, I use Flamethrower on my Torkoal. I really liked having a single target attack, but most people, I think, just have Heat Wave and Eruption. So I am going to go for a Wide Guard, and I'm going to go for a Shadow Claw into the Torkoal, because that should put it into Thunderbolt range for my Xurkitree after Trick Room ends. So it is Eruption, good. So no Overheat or Flamethrower, which is nice. The Mudsdale uses Substitute there, which is definitely interesting. Okay. Well, alright, I'm fine with that. A critical hit there with Shadow Claw means that another Shadow Claw will actually knock the Torkoal out from where it is, but yeah, I'm fine from where we are now, actually. I mean, in fact, can I be even more cheeky with this? Okay, we have still got both these in the bag. His Mudsdale hasn't been intimidated because Arcanine came in first, didn't it? So I can Spore and get rid of the Substitute in return for my Smeargle going down. I guess his Mimikyu has still got the Disguise, so that is the real problem with that. But I don't know. I think I'm all right with this. I will Spore into the Torkoal, fully expecting the Torkoal to protect. But Smeargle can't really do anything else. Actually, the Torkoal withdraws into the Mimikyu. Well, perfect. I don't know. Like, his double protect was a little bit questionable. I doubt it's got a Lumberry on his Mimikyu. but we'll see, I suppose. No, no Lumberry there. So, you know, this guy had a pretty decent rating. He was, you know, pretty much 1,700, wasn't he? So, I don't know. He's made some interesting plays. Like, I feel like he could have utilized his Trick Room turns a little bit more, you know, a bit better, I guess. But like I was saying at the beginning of the game, just because he did get the Trick Room first turn, that did mean that he was wasting a turn of Trick Room to get himself into position. So, in a way, the first turn when I didn't go for the Fake Out, that might have worked out a little bit better for us, maybe. But then again, I suppose if I had, then he would have maybe gone for a Trick Room and like swapped into Torkoal and Mudsdale on that next turn. Yes, I suppose he could have done. But what are we going to do here then? So Mudsdale is left, and it's got what, 75% HP, hasn't it? I'm gonna put in Xurkitree. Ooh, I'm gonna put in Xurkitree. My first plan, without properly thinking about it, was going for a Dazzling Gleam and Horn Leech just to ensure the knockout onto the Mudsdale. But presuming it is the ability, whatever it is, stamina. That's it. I'd actually be giving him a +1 defense boost, wouldn't I? So maybe I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to Thunderbolt into the Mimikyu, actually, and go for a Horn Leech into the Mudsdale. If this doesn't knock the Mudsdale out, and he does knock out my Xurkitree, it wouldn't be too bad. It wouldn't be too bad for us, because we would start with the Arcanine in the back, and Mimikyu's Disguise would be broken. I would be able to Shadow Claw it, and that would knock it out the next turn. So I'm not thinking we're in such a bad position here, but we could be in a better position. Yeah, actually protects his Mudsdale there, which is fair enough. Mimikyu had a guaranteed sleep turn this turn. Is faster than the Xurkitree, so that, you know, it actually is probably a max speed jolly Mimikyu, I guess. Didn't try and Trick Room. And how do we go about this next turn? Well, I think we go about this next turn by swapping Xurkitree into Arcanine for the Intimidate on both of these, and we will go for a Shadow Claw into the Mimikyu this turn, because we do want to deny him setting up Trick Room. He has still got Porygon in the back, though, which is potentially going to be an issue for us. But, you know, I'm hoping that Xurkitree can just sort of boost up on that and overpower it. Hoping that the Mimikyu doesn't swap out into the Porygon2 here, but you would think if you are the opponent that the Horn Leech would be going into the Mudsdale to protect the Xurkitree from something. If the Mimikyu has got the Never-Ending Nightmare, I don't think we've seen a Z move from the Mimikyu yet. The Intimidate should allow Trevenant to survive, I think. I don't know, maybe not. I mean, we are at +1 defense. He will be at -1 attack. He's not boosted because he is jolly, presumably, but it is super effective, so we'll see. But this does mean he will be getting the turn 1 wake up if that was the case. He actually gets a double protect with his Mudsdale there. And maybe this turn he is trying to Trick Room, because Trevenant's faster this turn. And yeah, Shadow Claw does just knock the Mimikyu straight out. So things are falling into place for us, but this has not been easy at all. The Porygon I am still worried about as well, because yeah, without Roar on Arcanine, it's just going to get Trick Room up. I suppose the argument against Roar is if he's down to his last 2 Pokemon, you know, Roar is not, it's just not stopping Trick Room, isn't it? You know, can't roar him out into anything. So have we seen what else he's got in the back? Oh, it was his the thingy, wasn't it? The Torkoal. So he might swap the Mudsdale into Torkoal this turn and Trick Room. He may do that. So what I'll do is I will actually Flare Blitz and Horn Leech into the Mudsdale slot. It would be a triple protect if he went for it, but I do think, you know, a combination of these attacks will knock out both of these Pokemon, even with the stamina boost. Yeah, I mean, we're knocking it out, aren't we? So with his stamina, he is getting his Trick Room up though, and that is actually a problem, because he's just going to get his Torkoal in, isn't he? So it has been damaged, so Eruption isn't the biggest worry, but Heat Wave is still a problem. Arcanine can take, obviously, a Heat Wave, maybe even like a Heat Wave in a return or Heat Wave in a Tri-Attack, but it's probably not going to knock out the Torkoal with a Flare Blitz, even though it will be Sun boosted. We haven't got Smeargle anymore, have we? So we can't just Wide Guard all over him. So this is a little bit tricky. It's definitely tricky. I am going to Flare Blitz into the Torkoal and just protect. Obvious moves, but I'm not sure there's too much else we can do here. I mean, if this Flare Blitz knocks out the Torkoal, then fantastic. We are, quite heavily invested into attack. This is Sun boosted as well, but Torkoal has got a massive physical defense. Yeah, especially a Thunderbolt too into the Arcanine. So we actually do need this to really knock the Torkoal out, because Trevenant, Arcanine's not going to survive next turn. Flare Blitz does actually knock the Torkoal out though. Wow, I was a little bit dubious as to if that would knock it out or not. Bit surprised that it did, but very glad that it did, obviously. And now we've got the task of taking down this Porygon2. So, he will have Recover. And yeah, this is nasty actually. I'm just thinking how's the best way to do this. We've got plenty of turns of Trick Room left. So I'm thinking, like, if I can Tail Glow and Helping Hand Thunderbolt him, that's probably got the best chance of knocking it out, but we need to be out of Trick Room, which we're not going to be, and I can't really give him too many turns to try and jiggle his way around if we're not attacking by switching and whatever. So I'm expecting he's going to Thunderbolt into the Arcanine here, so I'm just going to go for a Helping Hand. I don't want to switch in the Xurkitree into a Thunderbolt itself, although I suppose I could have done in hindsight, but no, he just goes for an Ice Beam into the Trevenant, which is fair enough. We're using another turn of Trick Room here. We're getting a decent chunk of damage with this Horn Leech, which is a +1 and Helping Hand boosted as well. He probably expected the Arcanine to protect there, so in fact I am going to protect my Arcanine now and just Horn Leech normally into the Porygon now. So yeah, he's just forfeited. So I guess I suppose we probably would have won that game, but it would have taken a number of turns more, and it would have been a little bit sticky, I guess. But I'm glad that the opponent forfeited there, because we can actually get another game now, because that was potentially going to be a long one. So let's see. Let's go through and see who else we can find on this lovely day over here in the United Kingdom. So, music, and I don't know, like Helping Hand has come in very handy, in a few games. It was, I mean, obviously we didn't really need to do the Helping Hand there, but the Helping Hand last week to knock out the Porygon with a Thunderbolt, it's a nice option. Like Helping Hand Scarf Psychic with Lele is pretty, nice as well. But the amount of times I've thought, Raw would be really nice as well, just on hard Trick Room teams like that. But like my record with this team against hard Trick Room teams is not that bad, I don't think. So maybe, I don't know, maybe as uncomfortable as it is playing hard Trick Room teams, maybe it is manageable. But I don't know, we'll see. Like Smeargle, I do like Smeargle, I really do. It helps out in lots of different cases. But we're taking some time here to find an opponent, so fingers crossed we'll find someone. If not, I'll have to show you that Marmite again. Oh no, here we go. We'll find someone from Italia with a pretty low rating actually. So, oh, okay. So well, this is interesting, and we're not going to take this lightly, because he's got the tools to beat my team here. So the Raichu and Tapu Koko is somewhat threatening, definitely. But the Nihilego is threatening as well. Nihilego is an issue for this team. Definitely an issue for the team. But you know what? Let's go with Smeargle Xurkitree, with Tapu Lele definitely in the back. He doesn't, well, I say he doesn't have any Trick Room options. He has got Nihilego, which could have Trick Room. But I'm assuming that it's not going to have Trick Room here, I guess. And who do we want in the back? I mean, I'm leaning towards Trevenant, really, because, you know, outside of maybe Hurricane or Fire Punch maybe on his Dragonite, Ice Beam on Gastrodon, which, you know, is obviously threatened by Hornleech. I don't know, Sludge Bomb on Nihilego. I think Trevenant's nice here, so we will go with these 4. So we'll see what happens. I mean, it's always scary playing players. I mean, we're not exactly high up on the ladder. We're what, just over 1,650, which is, you know, not that high, to be honest. But if we lost, we'd be losing a good number of points here. So we need to focus, not take things lightly. You know, not counting our eggs or our chickens. You just go with Koko Raichu. So I can bring in Tapu Lele, but he can also just go for a double into my Smeargle if I want to try and be cheeky and switch and Spore, or, you know, he might expect, you know, the Lele to switch in and not fake out, so there is that too. Xurkitree does, you know, does look alright here too, but what do we want to do? Because, like, my Smeargle can fake out as well, so what do we want to do? Tricky. This is actually pretty tricky. I think I'm going to go for a fake out into the Tapu Koko and a Tail Glow, which might seem strange. Hoping here that the Tapu Koko doesn't have Taunt on it, but he actually does go straight for a fake out there. And a Thunderbolt into presumably the Smeargle. Yeah, okay. Well, that's really only bad if he's got Encore on his Raichu, which he definitely could do, because I can bring in my Tapu Lele now, outspeed his Tapu Koko, and knock it out with a Psychic. But you know, like I'm saying, if he's got Encore on his Raichu, then that's not good. But we will see, won't we? We will definitely see. Even if he does have Encore, then would that be so bad? I mean, I suppose it potentially could be. I mean, I am going to lock myself into Psychic just in case he has got the Nihilego in the back. Xurkitree, I'm going to Dazzling Gleam, I do believe. Yeah, we'll Dazzling Gleam here. So we'll see. Raichu, I suppose if the Raichu has got Shattered Psyche, which I did not consider as well, that would be not good. And he does have Encore. Okay. So, yeah. Not good. If the Nihilego is Focus Sash, we could be losing this game. I don't know. Like, obviously, like, it's easy to say I could have played this better. It is Nihilego that comes in as well. Like, obviously, it's very easy for me to say that, but it's just sort of like 50-50s really, because like he did go for the fake out turn 1. If I had gone for a Spore and you know, swap in my Tapu Lele, I would have been in a really good position. But I don't know. Obviously, I'm going to go for a Psychic into the Nihilego, and I'm going to withdraw into the Trevenant. Trevenant is still, you know, pretty good here, but the Psychic terrain is going to be boosting his Raichu's attacks. I'm just a little bit worried if it does have the Shattered Psyche. So, Choice Scarf on his Nihilego and Focus Sash. Okay, so even though he's a Choice Scarf Nihilego, we are still faster. And knock it out. Well, crisis averted, it seems. Wow, yeah. Psychic into the Trevenant. Does a lot of damage. Wow. So, crisis still present, but I don't know. I think 2 Psychics in Psychic terrain should knock out the Raichu. So I'm going to just protect my Trevenant this turn. Now, I could be switching it into my Xurkitree, but I just feel like this is safe. I mean, Tapu Lele is really safe here. And this is Gastrodon. He's got Fissure, or maybe like Tectonic Rage, which some Gastrodon do. But I think a Psychic should be a 2-hit KO on Raichu here. Yeah, which it looks like it is, as long as the terrain does stay up. And as long as I can keep Trevenant safe, we'll be alright against his Gastrodon, which does actually have Sludge Bomb, but I think I should survive this. Critical hit, even too. So Raichu, it's got Encore, it's got Fake Out, it's got Psychic, it will have Thunderbolt as well, it doesn't have Protect. We can just knock out the Raichu here with a Psychic. And yeah, we don't even have to protect the Trevenant here, do we? We can just go for a safe. I'm going to go for a Horn Leech into the Gastrodon. One, because I don't want to waste time with the animation. Two, because it'll get some HP back and just make us feel a little bit more comfortable too. But yeah, we know the moves on Raichu, unless he doesn't have Thunderbolt. But you know, he will do. So we'll be alright here. And it's been a bit of a close shave actually, this one. Yeah, like I said, you know, I could have played it better, but it's always hard to know in sort of 50-50s and tricky turns like that. But Gastrodon does go down and get some HP back. Oop, isn't that nice? And even though we are at 26 minutes, I am going to look for a third game here, just because I am intending on doing 3 videos this week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And so, you know what, we'll have a longer one. Just because I feel like that last game wasn't really the most flattering, wasn't really the best. And we'll give ourselves a chance to lose a game as well, because, you know, like forever we've been like winning all these games on Battle Spot, and although that's very nice to like always put wins out all the time, it seems almost wrong to sort of put wins out all the time, if you know what I mean too. So we'll look for another game and we'll see what happens. See if we can find something that can pick us apart, which I'm sure we can. We'll find someone from Greece with an even higher rating, so again, it'd be nice to steal some of his points. Ooh, okay, so this can pick us apart. So Porygon2 and Gigalith, obviously very nasty combination. Salamence is something that you don't normally see every day, but yeah, I am scared about Gigalith in Trick Room against this team, because it did occur to me, we do not have any rock resists on this team. We've got 2 rock weaknesses now with the Drifblim as well. So Gigalith is going to be a big tempt for him. So I think Trevenant might be big in this game as well, although I do need to watch out for that Arcanine. So I'm going to go with Smeargle and Xurkitree. I do want Trevenant, but who else do we want in the back? Good question. I mean, either the Tapu Lele or the Arcanine. I don't think I want Drifblim here. Yeah, I don't want Drifblim. Tapu Lele or Arcanine then. Intimidate or Fast Psychics and what not. Tough one actually. I think we'll go with Arcanine. So no Tapu Lele here. So we do need to be very mindful of the Salamence. Although I'm not sure how likely Izzy brings the Salamence against this team. So we'll see. I mean, we do need to, you know, like I said, we do need to take care of the Arcanine as well. If we are going to, you know, push through with the, it actually just leads with them straight away. If we're going to try and push through with the Trevenant. So he didn't have Finny or Coco in the team, so I've got a very free Spore here. Unless the Porygon, no, it can't, can it? And I was going to say unless the Porygon's got Magic Coat, but I think that was a tutor move, wasn't it? So the question is, who do we Spore? Because obviously I can Spore very safely, well, into either of these Pokemon, but Gigalith can protect. Porygon2 don't normally have Protect, so you'd say it would be safer to Spore into the Porygon. But yeah, we'll Spore into the Porygon, I suppose. I don't think he will Protect with his Gigalith. I'm actually scared of him going for like the Z move into my Xurkitree, to be honest. So you know what? I did just say I don't think he's going to Protect with his Gigalith. So I'm going to Spore the Gigalith and Tail Glow. I might come to regret this very soon. No, so he doesn't Protect the Gigalith. I was just a little bit scared about him going for his Z move and being able to knock out the Xurkitree in one turn. because that would put us in a pretty bad position. I am, doing this. I am basically sacrificing Trick Room here. He is getting Trick Room up now, but Gigalith is asleep. 1 in 3 chance it wakes up, which are decent odds, but not the best odds, obviously. But we are in a better position than we would have been if he had just knocked out the Xurkitree, turn 1. So I guess we'll just Spore into the Porygon2 and just bank on his Gigalith staying asleep and going for a Thunderbolt into it. And this won't knock it out because he's got the Sandstorm boost. But if the Gigalith does stay asleep, which it does do, and we do stick around with Smeargle next turn, which we might not do if this Tri-Attack knocks it out, but I don't think it will. Yeah, nowhere near. We will next turn go for a Follow Me and Thunderbolt into the Gigalith, just to be safe, because if he uses Rock Slide, then, fair enough, Xurkitree can take that. But I actually did a lot of damage. But if he does have Continental Crush, which is the bigger fear, I would much rather he did that into the Smeargle than my Xurkitree, if you know what I'm saying. So, yeah. And, obviously there's a 50-50 chance the Gigalith does stay asleep as well. So we are going to go for a Follow Me here. The Z Rock Crystal thing is very common on Gigalith, so I kind of am expecting it. I'm going to go for a Dazzling Gleam here as well, because that will knock the Gigalith out, and, just a bit of extra chip damage onto the Porygon is always welcome as well. So Gigalith does actually stay asleep here, before my Follow Me. So Gigalith was actually trying to either Follow Me, or Gigalith was either trying to protect, or Gigalith was trying to Wide Guard this turn. If he was trying to Wide Guard, then, nice. Maybe, I suppose. I would expect it was trying to protect there. Porygon, cannot wake up this next turn as well. So 1 in 3 chance Porygon wakes up this next turn. Smeargle again doing a really good job of just stalling through Trick Room. I mean, yeah, we did get the 2 in 3 chance of the Gigalith staying asleep that turn, which did help us out. But obviously respecting that we did get the roll in our favor that turn. In 33% of the times, it wouldn't have gone in our favor there. So Arcanine just come in. And, what do we want to do here? Because Smeargle can't safely go for a Follow Me. Because if I Follow Me, Porygon could wake up and knock it out, and a Flare Blitz will knock out the Xurkitree. So I'm going to withdraw the Smeargle into my own Arcanine for the Intimidate onto his Arcanine, and Thunderbolt the Arcanine, because all along, the Arcanine has been the target, really, just to help Trevenant, just sit through the rest of his team, really. So, even a -1 Inferno Overdrive, I don't think will knock Xurkitree out here, but if the Porygon wakes up and double targets the Xurkitree, then obviously that would not be good. But I think chances are we're okay here. And actually he protects his Arcanine, which is fine by me. Porygon does wake up, so he does get the 1 in 3 wake up there. He might be trying to knock out the Smeargle, but no, he's actually targeting the Xurkitree. So, that is fair enough. Thunderbolt, yeah. So, have we got, one more turn of Trick Room? Or is this the last turn of Trick Room? Either way, I think we're fine. I think there is one more turn of Trick Room, but we will just see. So, after all the Sandstorm turns. Yeah, so I think, one more turn of Trick Room. So, now we can basically bring Smeargle in and protect. Because, Xurkitree is going to be sitting there fine. If he knocks out the Smeargle, which he probably will be doing, we'll get another free switch into Arcanine, which should be able to Inferno Overdrive into the Porygon2 to knock it out. That means we wouldn't be able to Forest Curse. But that should knock out the Porygon2, especially after... oh, is there... No, there's not any more rounds of Sandstorm, is there? Maybe not then. And the Thunderbolt would knock out the Arcanine, but I am going to do what I did just say. I'm going to bring in the Smeargle. It's very predictable, this as well, but I don't think there's many things you can do that can exploit this. Outside of maybe switching into something fast, I guess. I don't know. So Xurkitree does protect here. I suppose he could recover, yeah. I suppose that's the only worry, but then is he actually going to be knocking out the Smeargle? No, he doesn't. Okay, so that worked out very nice for us then. So I suppose the Arcanine could have extreme speed, and that could and should and will knock out Smeargle. So I don't want to Spore here. I do want to Fake Out. So I am going to Fake Out the Porygon, and I am going to, again, just Thunderbolt into the Arcanine. Xurkitree, I'm pretty sure we saw was faster. You know, in the Trick Room, we were slower, hit by the Sandstorm and everything. Porygon actually withdraws. Okay, into Tapu Lele. Okay, so we're not faking out anything, and he's not extreme speeding anything either, but I do think my Xurkitree is faster. Yeah, so we can't fake out, but you can't extreme speed either. So I guess, I don't know, this guy's got like a decent rating. It's over 1,700. Like, he clearly knows what he's doing, but I guess he was just a little bit flustered, and yeah, just that wasn't the right thing to do. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we saw Xurkitree was faster. Porygon2 comes out. I suppose there is the worry that his Lele is Scarfed. Or timid and faster than Xurkitree, in which case we could knock it out. We can go for a Follow Me and Thunderbolt into the Lele, but then if he protects the Lele and goes for a Trick Room, then we're still not in a good position. So the game is not over by a long way yet. There is still things that can happen that we can lose to. Oh, it'd be nice to know that Lele's item right now. It really would be. I suppose what we can do is, yeah, this feels safe to me. I'm going to Spore into the Porygon2, and I'm going to Thunderbolt into the Tapu Lele. If the Lele is faster and knocks out my Xurkitree, then at least we're denying the Trick Room for the turn. But it's not. Yeah, so we just knock out the Tapu Lele here and put him to sleep. Yeah, so that could have been a little bit tricky for us. If he was faster, if he knocked out the Xurkitree would have gone, would have put the Porygon to sleep. Next turn, we would have brought in probably the Trevenant, I guess, and gone for like a Follow Me and Shadow Claw into the Lele, or maybe a Zed Forest Curse. I think we would have been fine either way, but yeah, we've thankfully managed to you know, pull through here, and I'm expecting him to forfeit. We're at +4, I think, aren't we? So don't need to Tail Glow Up or anything. This will be a 2-hit KO from where we are. Yeah. So there we go, 3 games, a booster extra long Monday video. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I will be putting that comment about the Patreon thing, you know, down there. So please give me your honest thoughts, you know, on the matter, and I will be reading them with these eyes and understanding them with the brain that is inside of my head. So thank you. I hope you have enjoyed watching this video, and you know, all your feedback and everything, much appreciated. Thank you. Goodbye for now.